Witter. Riker Babcock putting it away, but it's been the scoring prowess of Puerto Rico that has really impressed me. I've had them for the last couple of nights here. My name is Tony Watts. You can hit me up throughout the call on Instagram at TonyWatts71 and send a shout out. Tell us where you're watching from as the first whistle goes here and a ball to be won on the ground. Ground balls, that's where this contest is always won. And now it is taken out of there by Callum Witter. We were just talking about him. Kicks the ball over there to Jasper Tessel. Tessel looks back up the top to Callum Witter. Got some good size about him, Callum Witter. A big man in there. And back here to Cameron Crew. Crew also with a fair bit of height in that offensive line as Vandershoot now takes his man down to the bottom right-hand corner. Now rotates back through the inside. Good inside look, but ball hits the deck, and in the crease it will be. And the ball is going back the way here of Puerto Rico. So Acevedo looks over, finds his teammate there in Dominic Bucello. And Bucello, he will kick it to the goal scorer yesterday in Dom Deering. And Dom Deering looking to start the scoring there, I thought, but decides that he's got a long day of defense ahead of him. And this man here, Nick Testa, he's been in the action early all the time. Oh, up the top, great save there from the goalkeeper in Gus Von Metsch. Gets a good piece of that one. And now ball in the stick there of Laureano. This offense, as I said, they've just put a lot of goals on the board in their 3 games. They've got over 70 goals. And every offensive player has had a go down there, and Danny Tapia having another go. I mean, you look here, Nick Testa with 11, Lorenzo Verona with 10, Laureano 9, Nicholas Bucello 9, Rafferty with 11. He's really impressed me, and that ball fires across the face of the goal there from Nick Testa. The ball goes out of bounds, but you know, I think they've got about 6 or 7 players as we get a little bit of precipitation here at Jeju. So there's something we haven't seen for, and I'll tell you what, it's starting to rain goals here. The first one on the board as the heavens open up, and that is to Lorenzo Verona. He gets the first here for Puerto Rico. And Verona, that's his 11th for the tournament. And he has the first on the board for Puerto Rico. And again, just a little bit of rain here, which has really just made this afternoon game quite good. It is a break there, though, for Crispin. And Crispin will give the ball up here to Callum Witter. Witter up the top, just rolls the ball over here to Crew. Crew has a man coming on behind him in Vandershoot. And now looks to help out, but Crew steps down the right-hand side, fires. Good save in there from the keeper, Connor Dobson. And Dobson, as the sun just opens up again. So this is probably called a rain shower. Don't know whether you can see that on the... but it is going to steam this game up if that little bit of rain just helps. And we've seen the players slipping over, and good work there from Puerto Rico not to go offside. Ball down the bottom corner is with Laureano. Laureano just setting his teammates high and just says, okay, thank you, Dom Deering. Get back in the defensive end and let our offensive players get on. And that offensive player is Nick Testa. You saw him come from this side earlier. Oh, just steps inside, looks to fire. Down to the back corner to Rafferty. Rafferty back up the top. And good save in there for the keeper for the Netherlands in Gus Von Metsch. And now a break the other way. Ball in the stick there of Crew. Crew just decides to pass that ball off there to Phelps. And Phelps will rotate the ball high as Vandershoot now with the ball. Vandershoot looks to go left and just steps inside right. He has a man opening up on his backside here, which is Chin. But going himself here on a strong left-hand sweep. Just running a full rotation there is Riker Babcock, one of the leading scorers here for the Netherlands in this tournament so far. Babcock looks up the top, fires, and another big save there from Dobson. And they will clear it out again, and that's up and over the head, but no damage done as the general down there, Danny Tapia, he just mops that one up and gives it over to his teammate there in Joseph Rafferty. Rafferty kicks it to Verona. So Lorenzo Verona, the only goal scorer of this game so far, it is 1-0. Now back up the top to Rafferty. He loves sticking top corners, and he's going to have to be better against this keeper in a break here. So here we go again. Cameron Crew for the Netherlands. Comes down the right-hand side, gets inside, gets a little push, and he's going to get a flag on the play. Good save there from Dobson. That's his third of the game. And we're going to see a hydration break here, I believe, as that little bit of rain, well, it's still coming down, but it's still very warm out here in these conditions. And while it may freshen up the field just a little bit, we're going to see a penalty here on the play. So the first power play opportunity for the Netherlands for a minor penalty, which will be for a push there as the player went to shoot the ball. And Crew just not able to get the ball past the keeper to wipe that penalty off, but they will have a 30-second man-up play here. And a great opportunity early to put a goal on the board. Down the other end, though, Gus Von Metsch. That's 3 saves for Von Metsch as well. And he is just equaling what Dobson's doing down the other end. He is a big man in the cage as well, Gus Von Metsch. As the two teams break from that hydration break. So what have the Netherlands got up their sleeve here in this power play situation? So just a 30. As they set their Crew out there, Witter to go and get the ball. Van der Schoot to Tessel, back to Van der Schoot. Looks down the bottom corner and pops that one away. That was a really easy one there. And Riker Babcock with the first of the game for the Netherlands. Just sitting on that bottom corner. And Babcock, again, leading scorer for this team, shows why he is exactly that. And he gets his first of the game for the Netherlands. And we've got a 1-1 ball game here. Power plays. Got to keep out of the box. Because we've seen some of the games here this week have been decided by literally penalties. And the amount of scores that come from them. So 1-1 here. Puerto Rico. As the ball gets knocked out of the stick there. To be picked up here by Chris Tester. And Chris Tester looks forward. Finds his teammate there in Mason Prout. Ball is dispossessed. Comes back here to Chris Tester. Finally wins the ground ball. Gets the ball dispossessed out there on the outer side. That was a good check there from Tanner Gritz. Now to Prout. Prout looks to step inside. Good save again from the keeper. And we've got a loose ball push here, and that was on Prout. But another save for the Netherlands keeper. He's up to 4 saves now. And no penalty on the play, as it was just a loose ball push. And the rain, well, it's just freshening things up down here. Looks back up to Rafferty. Rafferty back up the top. Fires, and that one is another save there for the keeper. Ball picked up, comes out behind. And now the Netherlands, as the rain comes down just a little bit heavier here, as ball is dropped. It might come back the other way, but again, a loose ball push is given. So now the Netherlands with an opportunity here. as they restart play. Rain just getting a bit heavier, and a turnover here and picked up there by Nick Tester. And now over to Rafferty. He has one man to beat, but decides that he's going to wait for his offense to come on. As Rafferty now goes about his work. Lefty, he gets inside, little tip there off the stick and tipped out of bounds. Lucky there for Puerto Rico. And it'll be brought back in. Prout looks to fire. Now he will fire. Another save there from the goalkeeper. Got a piece of that one as well. That's up to 6 saves here, Von Metsch. So Puerto Rico looking to get on the board for their second. Looks to rotate around here. Ball back up the top corner. Looks to fire. Nice skip shot there from Nick Tester. Just really zinged off the ground with this little bit of moisture on it. And that's something that they will talk about, no doubt, in their offensive ends for shooting. That really almost, I know it physically can't game, but that's not what they want to do either, as that ball is going out of bounds. And here comes the rain. Well, we didn't expect this. What we have been expecting is about 31 degrees and plenty of sunshine. And there is still a lot of sunshine out here. But ball comes back up the top. Now looks down the bottom and pops it away. Great finish there for the Netherlands as they come together to celebrate that goal there from Callum Witter. Good look down there from Crew to find Witter. And you can see here on the replay, Witter just on the inside here and no one on him. And he just manages to put that down the bottom corner. Defense just not getting to him, allowing him space. Through it goes. And Witter, he gets his first. And now we're out to a 2-1 lead here. The way of the Netherlands. Winner of this play-in game, well, they're going to go on to face the Haudenosaunee tomorrow at 9 a.m. local time. So a real quick turnaround for this game. But that is what these tournaments are. They're of attrition. A little tap on the helmet there to Harrison Walpo. And Walpo looks to drive. Gives the ball to Danny Tapia. Tapia down the back to Sean Laureano. A substitute there. Verona comes on. Looks inside and a crease infringement as he tries to get in on the cage there from Sean Laureano. And a turnover, so just a couple of turnovers in the last couple of minutes here for Puerto Rico. There's a goalkeeper, Gus Von Metz. Looks to come up and over, steps over. Now Metz gives it to his offensive player. Good clear there from the keeper. He's had a good quarter so far. I've got him down for 6 saves. And now they'll have an offensive opportunity here through Phelps on the outer side as they ring their changes from the bench. Cameron Crew, tall player, looks to get up the top, free the hands, fires. Good save there again from Dobson. The ball is on the deck and Dobson, he'll look to extract himself from out of there and just take some time. Looks up the top and finds Mason Prout. Prout, he's been a bit of a ball taxi, has Mason Prout. And he's continuing to do that for his team. So just a good solid set here I think Puerto Rico need. Danny Tapia with the ball. Down the back to Laureano. Laureano over to Rafferty. And Rafferty waits for the substitute there. Prout on for Gabe Roman. And Roman goes to the top right-hand side, about to receive the ball here now from Verona. Down to Tapia. Tapia fires the ball, looks inside, great inside look. And ball goes across the front of the cage there, which is a good shot there from Nicholas Bucello. Got 4 or 5 yesterday in the contest. And right now, we've got a hydration break with 4 minutes 31 to go as the heavens just opened up slightly. Something I haven't seen since I've been on the beautiful Jeju Island. There's a little bit of rain. but it's pleasant. It's just cooled it down, and let's hope that it doesn't steam it up once the clouds go through and that sun comes out to bake again. See here on the replay a couple of these shots here. And Tapia there firing the ball, looked inside, and that was the first goal for Puerto Rico through the stick of Lorenzo Verona. And then there was a couple of quick ones here. That was a lovely little pass down at the bottom there to find Riker Babcock. And then this one here, just found him again on that bottom left-hand sort of 45, only a couple of metres out. And we see Callum Witter getting that one away. As the teams break from their hydration break. And they head back out on the ground. It will be Puerto Rico who are in control of this ball, but they are not in control on the scoreboard yet. 2-1 game. Again, if you want to send us a message here on World Lacrosse TV, get in touch with me on Instagram at Tony Watts. That is at TonyWatts71. And I'll send us a message and I'll try to give you a shout out. Ball on the bottom corner. There, Laureano over there to the goal scorer in Verona. Verona back up to Rafferty. Rafferty now back down the bottom corner, nearly picked off there by the keeper. Good save again from the keeper. That's gone up and high off the leg, but under plenty of pressure there is the defender. Ball goes down. That's a fantastic ground ball out there from Nicholas Bucello. And now Sean Laureano will give them another opportunity. Fantastic ground ball there. Ball back up the top. Gabe Roman. Roman to Tapia. Back to Roman. Over to Verona. Verona looks to Rafferty. Back to Roman. Tapia comes around. Another big save there from the keeper. That has come off, and he's not only has he saved that, he's got the first on as well. So I've got him for 8 saves in the first quarter. It's a huge effort from a goalkeeper early in a game. But that could just be one that gets thrown away. They are coach killers, those ones. As the unforced error just with the pass up and over the head in the offense, out it goes out of bounds. And you're straight back into defense. And if you keep giving shooters the ability to shoot, they will score. So you really need to capitalize on those turnovers, especially after the great work there. And another save from the keeper. He could have double-digit saves at the end of the first quarter. Looks back up the top, finds Verona! And Verona gets the second. We've got a tied ball game here with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. And Verona, he has brought his magic stick to the contest today. And he is on the money. So Verona, the 11, with the first 2 goals for Puerto Rico. And Callum Witter and Babcock for the Netherlands. We've got a 2-2 ball game here. And that just brought the crowd into it a little bit. The precipitation has disappeared. And now Testa, he's looking to disappear as well. Chris Testa brings the ball down, kicks it there to Joseph Rafferty. Joseph Rafferty now runs on the bottom side, gets under his opponent. This is going to open up space, is it? No, able to recover there is Van Praag. Back over the other side, and Prout has a shot but misses the cage. And a flag on the play here. And I believe that is going to be a major penalty there on Sasha Van Praag for a 1-minute slash. So a big opportunity here, Puerto Rico, to get back-to-back goals with a power play in the first quarter. Limited time, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. As the ball comes up the top to the goal scorer in Verona. Now Prout, back to Verona. Verona looks over there, finds Rafferty. Down to Tapia. Tapia looks on the bottom. Oh, there he goes again. Verona just couldn't quite handle that one. Ball to be picked up. Tapia with a bit of pressure, but great pick up behind him there is Rafferty. We know what Rafferty likes to do, and that's a great stick in lane there from Sam van Eckeren. And he wins the ball back for the Netherlands. So nothing doing on that, but a turnover again from a bad pass as the number 27 defender gets pushed up and over. Flag coming, and that will be a 30-second penalty. So they're going to have 2 in the box here. The first one has 18 seconds to go, so a 4 zone is about to be implemented here for the Netherlands. And we've got a timeout here, have we? Looks like we've got a timeout here to Puerto Rico. So they're going to be in a 6-on-4 situation. They're 2 all in the first quarter. A minute 23 left to go. Minute 25 left to go. And they have a big opportunity here before the quarter time break to find the lead here in this contest. Winner of this, well, they continue to keep their chances alive for a medal opportunity. The loser, well, they'll go back and find their positions in the rest of the pack. But right now, we've got a 2-all ball game. And we'll see who can just try to eke this out. This is a good opportunity here for Puerto Rico. 2 men in the box. Ability, they move the ball very well in offense to Puerto Rico. And if they can get that quick ball transition going, we will see them try and break this 4 zone apart. But they've got to get it past this goalkeeper in Gus von Metz, because he is saving everything at the moment. 9 saves already for the first quarter has von Metz. As the ball will start out nice and wide. So 18 seconds on the first penalty. There's a 12-second differential with the second one. And a 4 zone, big opportunity. Puerto Rico, can they take advantage of it? Ball to Prout. Prout over to Rafferty, back to Tapia. Rotation happens, looks up the top. Testa puts it in the bottom corner. And Nick Testa puts the Puerto Rico in front here. 3-2. Both penalties will be, one of the penalties will be waved off. The other 1 minute still has to sit, so the 30-second penalty will disappear. Limited time in that one. You can just see here, Nick Testa dropping bombs from outside. And that's the way you beat a keeper. Just use the grass or turf here. That little bit of moisture that just happened to fall down. As we've got a stick check called on here. This is something we haven't seen in the tournament so far. Well, not in any game that I've called. So, stick check here on the goal scorer, Nick Testa. And looking at that pocket from here, we'll see whether that's too deep, because I don't know what my eyes are like, but we'll leave it to the boys out in the middle. And the ball comes out cleanly out the front. And they will now tip it up. It comes out cleanly out the bottom. And the 2 officials have a talk and will assess what it is. No goal. So turnover. So we're back to a 2-all game. So good stick check there from the Netherlands. The pocket looks like it was too deep. And he gets an opportunity to fix that. Or are they looking at the strings on the side of the stick? So it might be the strings that are too long on that side of the stick. They've got to be under 2 inches long. Whatever it is, that goal's been waved away. And the Netherlands will have the ball in offense. Still 6-on-6. That's a good call there from the Netherlands coach. But you don't want to lose the ball now as he just pops that one out of bounds, and they do lose the ball. So the coach getting the right call on the stick check, but they've come down the other end and turned it over. 2-all ball game with 32 seconds to go. Looks up, finds the pole. Man is offside there, and he just continues to go offside. Got to be careful when you go offside and then come back onside and go again. You can get an unsportsmanlike penalty for that, as the defender did, and the ball fires up and over. So we've got 10.1 seconds left in the quarter, and I think the coach here for Puerto Rico will just get them to hold the ball. If they can control the ball at the end of this first quarter, they will end up starting with the ball without a face-off, and they'll have about a 20-second man-up opportunity in the second quarter. So ball will just stick in the stick of Danny Tapia as we go 4, 3, 2, 1, and the whistle for quarter time will go now. The Puerto Ricans will hold the ball in the second quarter. They will start with the ball without a face-off, and they're going to have a 20-second man-up opportunity, and maybe just to try and get that disallowed goal back, as we've got a 2-all ball game here in the play-in game between the Netherlands and Puerto Rico. And while we look at the stats, we're going to have a quick break here on World Lacrosse TV. My name's Tony Watts. We'll get you back here very shortly.
세상의 필요는 바뀌니까. 동원은 건강한 식탁을 넘어 미래에 필요한 먹거리까지 키워냅니다. 필요가 바뀌면 답도 바뀌어야 하니까. 필요에 답하다. 동원.
슈퍼 고단백을 슈퍼 건강하게, 게다가 슈퍼 맛있어. 그래서 동원 참치.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
And back we are here, World Lacrosse TV. You've got Tony Watts on the commentary, and we've got Puerto Rico in a 20-second power play here. Looks to Testa. Nick Testa fires, and that's the one that got taken away. He went and cut the side of the strings there, and it was, I just confirmed with the coaches, it was too long on those strings, so he's gone and got a pair of scissors. And not only has he cut the net, tell you what, that had some fire on it there from Nick Testa. And he's just ripped a hole in the net. That's the heat that it had on there. And his teammates getting up and about, just saying that's you, Nick Testa, shooting bombs from the outside, and they're that hard that they're shooting and ripping net. As the officials come out here to just repatch that hole from the bomb there of Nick Testa. So one waved away, that one there, well, that one's not going to be. So Nick Testa gets one, and the Netherlands, well, they've said, yep, we gave it a shot for the first stick check, but can't, and you're not going to, once those strings have been cut, we saw what happened with that ball in the stick. Pocket good. Came out the way it should. And better than that, it came out the way it should from the stick of Nick Testa and just put a big hole in the net. Tell you what, must have been hitting the gym. Shooting bombs. But we've got the net repaired now as Lieutenant Dan, look at the prowess there. He looks like a marathon man. Dan coming off the field. And the ball will come back into the center. Kevin Zhang in there, up against Chris Testa. Oh, sorry, that's Gayoso. Now an opportunity here again, or I'll tell you what, he's got a hot hand. Maybe he wants to put a hole in the other side of the net. Pressure as Nick Testa just waits for his substitutes to come on and just says, I'm not going to give it to you, Harrison. You've got a man following you quite close. Instead gives it up to Mason Prout. Mason Prout back down to Testa. Testa shooting bullets. He's got the double gunslings on, and the Puerto Rican bench has just erupted with that shot there. He's finding holes that don't exist and creating his own. Nick Testa with two ripping shots to start this second quarter, and it doubles the score here. Puerto Rico up against the Netherlands, and the Netherlands putting De Beer into the face-off with a long pole, but that's not going to hold him up. Chris Testa now looks over, fires, a good save there from the keeper, just manages to keep it out, and that's his 10th save for the game there. Gus Von Metsch, and now the Netherlands with an opportunity. Bring the ball down. Van Eckeren gives the ball up there to Crew. Crew now passes the ball on here to the goal scorer in Babcock. Babcock looking to run his defender around, goes wide, gets down that pipe, gets plenty of pressure on those hands, keeps running, looks back up, fires the other side, just couldn't quite hit the mark there. Ball to be won, great run, it might be a little interference there. No, play it on, and ball will go out of bounds, and that will be a Puerto Rico ball, and they will clear that through Dom Deering. Deering just going a little quick there, couldn't find his teammate out on the outer side there in Prout, and ball goes out of bounds and turnover again, as the ball will be taken off the field, and the new one will come in here through Babcock. Oh, sorry, that is Vandershoot. So Vandershoot, and a penalty on the play. That's going to be an offside call here. And a 30-second penalty. I believe that would be an offside. No, it's a slash call. Okay, so just waving the wand around there a little too fiercely. And Rafferty is going to sit in the box for a 1-minute penalty for a major for a slash. I thought he'd run offside there, but slash call was called. Now, Netherlands with an opportunity in a man up. Ball over there to Witter. Witter back up the top. Looks there to Vandershoot. Vandershoot now looks over, fires up. Oh, great shot there. Riker Babcock just putting it over the hip there of the keeper, Dobson. And that's why you can't give away penalties. Every power play opportunity is an opportunity to score. And we've seen the last 3 scores from power play opportunities. And the coaches will certainly have a conversation about that. You don't want to give up any free shots like that. But Babcock gets his second of the game. And a great shot over that left hip there of Dobson. Face off, about to be set. Ball down, looks to come out, is down. Crispin to win the ball. Now looks to come over. Great slide in, just withholds the ball there a little bit, but manages to sneak it back to himself. Riker Babcock picks the ball up. We got a 4-3 ball game. Ball checked in down the back there to Phelps. So penalty is about to be released. We got 20 seconds left on it. So an opportunity here for the Netherlands to run something if they can go quickly enough. They might try and run it on the stroke. Ball down the back, inside, a gentle uplift. And that could just keep it out, but Van der Schoot looks to pass the ball over. Now rotation up, just leaves his hands. Ball back in. Oh, didn't see him coming from the top. Was a little lucky there, Tristan Phelps, that he didn't turn his body. Oh, just a big man moment there. Just says, you're not coming through this door, sir. And ball down. Good work there. And a little, might be a hole, loose ball hold there. Going the other way. So that's picked up on Puerto Rico. No penalty on the play. The ball was loose. Babcock with the ball. Now down the back. Looking to rotate this left-hand side there is Tessel. Tessel up to Crew. Crew coming down the left-hand pipe. And we've got a in the crease call and a turnover here. And the coaches, I tell you what, they pull their hair out. When you get these things, you have opportunities and they just turn the ball over because someone stepped in a crease. Ball here with Prout though. Prout hangs the stick out and gets the ball taken away from him. Great pick up here from Rafferty. Just got a 1-minute penalty. Is he looking to fix that up? And the ball goes out of bounds. That's going to go the way of the Netherlands as they had the back up there from the keeper. Doing a great job in there is Gus von Metz. And now he will release the ball out here to the commentary side in Seth De Bruin. De Bruin looks up, finds his teammate. Under pressure straight away and just gets bounced off the ball. Prout, now he will have to get it forward. They do, they have numbers here. Puerto Rico over there to Rafferty, looks to step inside. Now he goes again, looks down here to the man who's shooting bombs at the moment. Back up the top, Rafferty, just a trail check there, comes out of the stick there of Rafferty. Good trail check there from Sasha Van Praag. And Seth De Bruin will look to kick the ball back into play. Kicks it to the keeper in Von Metz. And now up the top there to Van Eckeren. And they get another offensive opportunity here. Cameron Crew. Callum Witter. Witter picks up the shorty there in Testa. Now rotates over, ball loose, ball to be won on the ground. Ground ball picked up there. Coming back the other way. Through Acevedo. Acevedo looks inside. Finds Carrero. Carrero passes the ball on, gives it back. Carrero fires the ball up and over, just couldn't quite drag it down. And right there, we're going to have a hydration break here as the two teams will come from the field. Good opportunity there for Puerto Rico. Just wasn't able to dial the stick downwards and it fires up and over, but a good little 1-2 for an opportunity there. And we've got a 4-3 ball game here with 9 minutes 14 left on the clock. And Puerto Rico leading this by 1. See here on the replay, that was Nick Testa. He just able to free his arms. You can see what a great camera angle from our guys and girls up on the camera. The staff here for Korean Lacrosse doing a fantastic job on the production and also just getting all the footage we can. And kudos to the production staff here on World Lacrosse TV. They are just getting it done. You can see there, that's the other one up the top. Just a little inside there. Just able to free the hands there again, Babcock. And Babcock gets, that was his second for the game. So they are the goal scorers at the moment. So Testa, that's his 13th for the tournament. Lorenzo Verona, that's his 12th. And then you've got Babcock now with 9 and Witter with 9. So for the tournament, they're good numbers. But there's more on the line here than balls in the back of the net. That you're going to have to put more than your opponent if you are a chance to move on tomorrow to play the Haudenosaunee. It will be a very early game. It's a 9 a.m. local time game between the two teams. As the whistle will just be reset. So now, ball comes out. Testa, little rotation back, almost a little out of bounds play. Looks down to Rafferty. Rafferty steps in, gets a high one. No flag on the play as the ball rolls out of bounds off a orange stick. And the ball will go to Puerto Rico. Thought he might have got a high one there, but not called. And now Puerto Rico will bring the ball back in through Chris Testa. Back over there to Laureano. Testa! Well, he's testing the keeper up there a couple of times, and the keeper good enough that time there in Gus Von Mech. And Von Mech looks up and passes the ball. No, that's not a great, well, that could have come back with interest as that substitute was on, and he had Walpo as the left hand. Good trail check, ball to be loose. Picked up though and thrown out of bounds, so ball will go the way of Puerto Rico as the keeper there in Dobson steps out to pick the ball up and start the clear here as Rafferty goes towards him. Should use him in the middle there. No, decides to use the longie and then the shorty. I think that shorty was on first. Ground ball to be won though. Anything can happen here. It goes through. Picked up there. Oh, that's good work for the defender there, Sasha Van Praag, who gives the ball back. And now Netherlands with some transition ball of their own. As the cutter comes through. Ball back up the top. Taken there by Jasper Tessel. Tessel gives the ball over to Babcock. Babcock just settles the play down here, and he'll rotate it over to Guy Siemens. Ball in the stick of Tristan Phelps. Looks to go right, then he came back on his left and stopped on a dime. Looks for an outlet, and that's just thrown up and over the field. Another unforced error here for the Netherlands. And eventually, they hurt you. If you keep throwing the ball away and giving your opposition the ball, you need the ball to score. If you don't have it in your stick, you cannot score. And the more you turn it over, the more you give the opposition that. And Testa, look at him. He's just sitting here waiting for it. There's a bomb coming again here, Testa. And there's the third as he just brings out the bow and arrow. And Chris Testa having a day out on this right 45. No pressure whatsoever. And a great look down there from Laureano to just wait enough to free Testa up to just get above that goal line extended and above the 45. And that time, instead of going high to break the net, he's looking to go low. And it went straight through the 5-hole. And Nick Testa with 3 for the game. And Chris Testa says, well, let's keep the Testa's name well in the commentary here. Chris Testa looks to step in himself, gets inside. He just can't quite drag it down again. Puts it into his left hand. Did a great job there, Chris Testa. Won the ball out of the center. And I think, yeah, you'd be watching the... so they've gone into a zone here. So a 6 zone for the Netherlands. That might play into the hands of Testa here as he can just step in a little bit. Rotates back out. Ball skip pass to the other side. Not only is he getting goals, he's bringing his teammates into it. And Lorenzo Verona, well, he gets his 3rd of the day. So it is the Nick Testa and Lorenzo Verona show here at the moment. Testa, a great skip pass there through to Verona, and Verona just rewarded that skip pass Great vision there from Nick Testa. And the two boys now, well, they're going toe-to-toe. They've got 3 goals each. And we're out here to a 6-3 lead the way of Puerto Rico. And it's still happening in the middle. Crispin picks the ball up. Crispin knocks the ball down, just couldn't quite get it out. Steps up, gets one behind, and a flag is on the play. And ball will be cleared here. Up to the long stick there in Van Praag. Van Praag just hangs out the bottom of that stick. Gets some pressure. So it's a flag is on the play. So are they going to go towards it? They don't want to step outside the restraining line here. Otherwise the ball will be. Ball back up the top here. Van der Schoot rolls back out right. Now comes up. Ball over to Cameron Crew. Crew, coach is yelling one more. Ball in the stick there at Babcock. Babcock frees his hands, just pops it out. Can't quite get the trail check there. Prout. And Riker Babcock, he gets his third of the game. We've got a 6-4 ball game. And that penalty is a major penalty for a slash. So that 1-minute penalty will sit. And the Puerto Ricans, well, they're going to be a man down for the next 1 minute. So if they win the ball out of the centre here, they'll have to just try and run the penalty out. If the Netherlands win it, well, they're going to be in a power play situation. Currently a 2-goal game here. Puerto Rico up against the Netherlands, and doing what he wants in there at the moment is Testa. And that is Chris Testa. His brother's doing what he wants down here. Looks over again. Tick. He just keeps finding the 45 on the right-hand side. And Nick Testa, 4 goals. And he must think he's just stepped on a 4-leaf clover out there at the moment. Nick Testa, everything he's doing is turning to gold. And out to a 7-4 ball game as the face-off was going from the face-off there in Chris Testa. Found Nick Testa. And they are literally testing this Netherlands team in an illegal procedure here. So Testa again kicks it down here to Nick. Tell you what, I'd say he's starting to heat up, but I reckon he's already hot. If he was a Chile at the moment, he'd be a California Reaper. As he gets in again, Nick Testa! Oh, fires that one over to the left-hand side, but flag on the play. And we're going to have a penalty here. And that is going to go on Callum Witter. And we've got a hydration break here. And it might be just to cool down Nick Testa, because he is on fire out here at the moment. As I said, yeah, if he was a Chile, he'd be a California Reaper. He is hot, hot, hot right now. 4 goals, that could have been 5. But they're going to be in a power play situation anyway. And Puerto Rico and the coaching staff will have a chat about this here. As the little bit of calm comes over the ground. Weather, well, it's absolutely beautiful out here at the moment. The clouds have come over, and it is very, very pleasant here in Jeju. We are glad you are enjoying this contest here on World Lacrosse TV. If you want to shout out, get in touch with me on Instagram. It is at Tony Watts 71. That is at TonyWatts71. Send us a shout out. Tell us what you're liking at the moment. Tell us how many you think that Nick Testa's got left in the bag. And we will try and get your messages out. But power play opportunity here for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, Nick Testa rotates the ball up, finds Rafferty to come down top center. And a good save, tink actually off the bar, that one. The ball turns over. Sam Van Ekeren with the ball. Now it's turned back over the other way. And here we go again. He's got Rafferty just in front of him. Looks over. There's another pass there. Finds that pass and top corner. Just says shush, shush, shush. A little bit of celebration here from the 23, Sean Laureano. And he gets on the board. And another turnover there for the Netherlands. And Sean Laureano, he has his first. We have just see there, and just ripping those top corners. No wonder they've got holes starting to appear in those goals with shots like that. And we have a timeout here charged to Puerto Rico. That will be to stop the penalty clock. We've got 4 minutes 11 in the second term. Great timeout here from the coaching staff of Puerto Rico. If you don't use them, you lose them. And they will hold this to keep the penalty clock at 29 seconds. And they can then try and run another power play man-up opportunity. We are 8-4 scoreline, so doubled the scoreline at the moment here, Puerto Rico. But their offense, well, their offense is rolling. The offense is really motoring here. And you can see here, these are a couple of the shots. It's been a bit of the Nick Testa show in this quarter, but also his teammate there and Lorenzo Verona. But it's been a team effort here because the turnovers, the ability to run these transition balls, these guys finish the work, but it's the teammates upfield that do the work. And it's a great team effort here from Puerto Rico at the moment in this first half. And the face-off will be set with 4 minutes 11 to go, 29 seconds left on the penalty clock. And can Chris Testa keep doing what he's been doing? Just dominating the X position in there. And again, they put a long stick in there to Beer. As ball comes out the front, finds his teammate in Nicholas Bucello. Bucello will put the ball down here to Sean Laureano. And here they go again. So 15 seconds left on the penalty clock. Little rotation comes through. Now they run the ball out, looks inside. Not there, Tapia takes some pressure. Needs to move the ball on now. Does move the ball. Harrison Walpe looks inside as Danny Tapia just says that wasn't far away. Ball back down the back. Laureano looks up, finds his teammate in there, Bucello. Bucello under pressure, gets dispossessed, but able to pick it back up. Throws the ball to Laureano. Laureano over the other side. Oh, up and over again there from Verona. He's already got 3 as well. And the lefty-righty 45s are just shooting at will at the moment. And we've got a penalty on the play. 1 minute slash, so it's not getting any better here for the Netherlands. With 3 minutes 16 left on the clock and yet another penalty. So they're going to have to play another minute of man down here. And that's not the way they want to start. They need to keep that up and in and over. And great, he's everywhere at the moment. He's everywhere at the moment. There's another penalty going to be on the play here as well. So a little bit of undiscipline here. Nick Testa looks up, gets through. Not there. Fire down the bottom corner to Rafferty. Rafferty looks inside, fires! And Rafferty puts it over as we see 2 flags on the play. There are flags flying high here at Sion Wipo in Jeju in this contest. for this play-in game between Puerto Rico and the Netherlands. And in Puerto Rico, they could be down to a 3 zone here. There's 1-2 in the box. There's a slash for 1. So what am I seeing here? We've got 2 penalties in the box. And I'm sure there was a slash call just there. And ball will open up again. Don't give that man any room, and do not give that man any room. Just bringing people into the play here as Sean Laureano gets it from around the back. And in the blink of an eye, they only had a 3 zone out there. Did Netherlands, as they've got 3 in the box. As 1 gets released now. No, there's still all 3 sitting in the box. So they will only have the face-off player here. Puerto Rico need one on the other wing as they get Rafferty there now. And here's another big opportunity here for Puerto Rico. We've got 28 seconds left on one of the penalties. And ball to come out the back. Now he just flicks it over. That could have been an interference call there. Looks up, and now a flag gets him across the leg and just steps out of it, Rafferty. So they could be down to a 2 zone here if that's not released. And there's another one. So they could be down to 1 in defense here, Puerto Rico, as Testa looks to get inside, back up the top, fires, good save there off the keeper's pole. As they've got 4 out there at the moment, but there is flags flying everywhere here in Jeju. And the yellow flags all flying. So 1 minute, cross check. 1 minute. Sorry, number 1, a 30-second. So back to a 3 zone here. So the Netherlands, I know what they'll be talking about at halftime. Keep out of the box. Because you cannot play a 3 zone too much. No, we're playing a 2 zone as they have to come on side. So this is tough for the Netherlands. You don't see this very often in play where there's a 2 zone out there. So we've got 6 on 2. So they will do as they will here. Puerto Rico. They just, one's in. Testa fires again. That's a handful already for Nick Testa. He woke up and ate the right cereal this morning. And Nick Testa, not much the defense could do there. There's penalties everywhere here for the Netherlands. And we've got a 10-4 ball game. It has opened up hugely over here on field 1. And on the outer side there, well, we've got New Zealand playing over there against Chinese Taipei. Or it might be Hong Kong, China, actually. Seeing the flag. As the ball comes back into the center. Still penalties on the play. No wingman. So, another opportunity here for Puerto Rico. And why not capitalize on it when you have the opportunity? So they'll be in a 4 zone here. There are 2 men down still. And a white ball. So we've got an illegal procedure here. And Puerto Rico, well, they're going to be 6 on 3. 6 on 4 down there. So a 4 zone here for the Netherlands. Ball down the back. Laureano. Over to Rafferty. Rafferty looks the other side to the goal scorer here. And Nick Testa just flexing his arms. 1 penalty released. 6 on 5. Ball back now up the top. So only 1 penalty left in the box. 18 seconds left on that. As Puerto Rico look to get another power play goal here. Looks through the middle, just misses Rafferty. Ball comes down the other end and comes off the stick there, but picked up for the Netherlands, for Jasper Tessel. They're just going to have to give it a go. Oh, and from nothing, you see the pole, Sam van Eckeren. using his height. And the pole, well, out of nothing, gets one. And Van Eckeren, and a timeout here charged to the Netherlands. So they can do some good work here, the Netherlands. And that was in transition. He loved it there too, did Van Eckeren. Big goal from the long pole. And we've got a 10-5 ball game with 1 minute 13 to go in the second term. But the story of this quarter, number one, has been Nick Testa. I reckon he just thrown his own grenades down there at the net. He put a hole in one of them. But the penalty minutes from the Netherlands have given the opportunity here for Puerto Rico to really step away in this contest. And it'll be interesting to see the exact penalty minutes for the Netherlands at the moment. Just cannot afford to play man-down defense at this level, as the game could just get sucked away from you, and that's exactly what Puerto Rico have done. They found a golden rung, they've held on to it, and they've now got a 10-5 lead here with 1 minute and 13 to go. So do they have another one? Is Nick Testa going to put a hole in the other side of the net? We're going to have to wait and see. But right now, the ball goes back into the face. Crispin in there, up against Siemens. And the face-off domination here for Puerto Rico as well has given first use to the boys in white. As Crispin goes himself here, looks to find an outlet, does. Gives it to the hot stick here of Nick Testa, who gives it to Mason Prout. Mason Prout now runs through top center, kicks it to Rafferty. Rafferty looks down the back, finds Laureano. Laureano there. Oh, that has just swung away there from Nick Testa. He has, he's hungry. I tell you what, he's at a buffet at the moment, Nick Testa, and he's thinking, I'm going to eat everything that comes my way. And you're going to have to get out on the hands. Ball to Prout. Prout to Rafferty on the other side. These 45 goals are coming far too easily. And that time, Joseph Rafferty rattling the back of the cage. Gets one with a nice little skip through pass there. And Rafferty just able to open the shoulders. And puts another one away in the net. And that's his first of the game. And just when you think you're out of trouble, Chris Testa steps up to go into the face-off. Up against Gayoso here for the Netherlands. Testa knocks it out to himself, picks it up, and looks up and finds Nick Testa. Oh, great inside look here. Looks inside, pops it. Good save there from the keeper. That is another big save from the Netherlands keeper, as the ball hit the ground there from the shot of Gabriel Carrero. And Testa again wants the ball. He's screaming for it. Fires again. That's come off the foot of the keeper. Another save. 15 saves for the first quarter. And limited time now. 3 seconds. Fires, and that one's gone into the stick of the keeper again. Another save. 16 saves for the first half there, Gus von Metsch. But that quarter, it was all Nick Testa and the Netherlands. What a great team lacrosse here from Puerto Rico. And that is the way you reward and get amongst it when your opposition wants to give you man-up opportunities. So, as we come to a bit of a calm here at half-time, we are going to take a quick break here on World Lacrosse TV. We'll be back with second half action very soon.
포장재부터 제품까지 천 번의 생각을 담다. 안심 동원 샘물. 안심 동원 샘물이 선수들의 안전 플레이를 응원합니다.
진짜 힘들어서 다들 금방 뻗거든요. 링티 마시면 너무 좋다고 다들 찾는 거예요.
야, 너만 마시냐? 뛰는 게 달라요. 운동 갈 때 꼭 챙기세요. 마셔봐서 압니다. 링티.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을. ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
Back in the centre here to start three quarters, or the third quarter, I should say. And the Netherlands, after having a good break at halftime to have a chat about that first half, well, they win the first face-off here. So they'll find the first offensive possession. And Mackay Siemens getting that first possession. So now the Netherlands, what can they do? 11-5 the scoreline. It was all Puerto Rico in that second term. And now the Netherlands, well, they have to come and claw it back. Cameron Crew with the ball at the top. Gets some pressure there from Prout as ball just gets tossed up and over, and that is going the way of Puerto Rico. So the first opportunity in offense for the Netherlands, and ball goes out of bounds, and the Netherlands, they just look down and it. Quarterback throws the pass right over the shoulder. Opportunity, but just decides to rotate it out to Rafferty. Again, we're on the socials. Stephen Preston says, electric commentary supporting my boy Seth DeBruyne from the US. Big shout out to you, Stephen. I hope you're enjoying the live commentary on World Lacrosse TV here from the beautiful Jeju Island in Korea. And there's plenty more big action to come. And on the outer side, there's fire there from Rafferty. On the outer side there, New Zealand, well, they're playing Hong Kong, China, and first ever tournament, and ball just gets knocked down as it's tried to get fed there, and ball to be won. Who wants a ground ball? Don't know, but that's going to come back the way of Puerto Rico as just tries the big wrap check there. Good enough to hold that one. And Lorenzo Verona with the ball in his stick just gets away from the defender. Now looks up to Mason Prout. Prout on the right-hand side. He'll rotate it down to X to Laureano. Laureano, good cut inside. Now there up the top is Harrison Walpo. And Harrison Walpo getting on the scoreboard here. So that's not the way the Netherlands would have drawn up how they wanted to start the third term. Ball is just rotated around. And Walpo comes off a top right-hand screen, gets the ball in his stick. Great look down there. You can just see him come off that top, fired the ball. And Harrison Walpo gets his first. And I was going to say, out on the other ground, we've got Shendell Oliver. She is doing New Zealand and Hong Kong, China. And they are currently, I think they're 7-3 up New Zealand, so they're looking for their first win ever in a World Under 20 Championship game. And they were up and about on the bench there. First ever time that New Zealand have been in here to a World Lacrosse Men's Under 20 Championship. Oh, little flick around, and Laureano just gave the little shake of the head of the stick, drew the goalie out, and then just popped it past him. So it is raining goals here at the moment at the start of the second. And that one there through Sean Laureano, he gets his third for the day. So we're 2 minutes and 36 seconds, or 46 seconds, sorry, into the contest in this third quarter. We've already had two. Ball back into the center. Netherlands needing a good offensive set here. Can they get the ground ball? And the answer to that is yes. So they pick up the ground ball, go to head off into transition. But no numbers down here. And Jasper Tessel will fire the ball back there to Tristan Phelps, and Phelps now finds Vandershoot. Mark Vandershoot passes the ball on. Out here to Justin Phelps. No, sorry, that is not Justin Phelps, that's Ryder Babcock. I know that stride anywhere. He does this at pace, and nice upside look, just couldn't quite find the ball in the stick there. Was Cameron Crew, but extracted there from Jasper Tessel. And now Callum Witter rotates the ball around onto his right hand. And the skip pass here to the other side, Mark van der Schoot. On his left, wants to go right. And now the lefty sweeps around, looks back in, finds the tall player there, and that is going to be a Netherlands ball as it is backed up from the shot of Cameron Crew. A little fake inside, just runs into a wall. Did not see the white wall coming. And a ball here to be won. And ball, just ground ball needs to be won. That comes off a white stick. And that ball is a great effort there for Matteo Sanguinetti. But unfortunately comes off the tip of the stick. And the Netherlands will have the ball back. And looking for an offense that is successful here. Riker Babcock steps inside, little Twizzler. Good save there from change of keepers here at halftime. Oh, just set him up in the middle. Ball comes out off an orange stick. Goalkeeper comes out to grab it. Great work there from Algerin. Algerin looks up, fires the ball, little bouncing ball. Good knock down there to the long stick of Dominic Pucello. And now Pucello has the ball dispossessed, going back the other way. The goal scorer there in Sam Van Eckeren loses the ball. Now the ball comes out the back and we've got a whistle on play. That is going to be an interference call, no penalty, just a turnover. And Puerto Rico, as we come to the hydration break, will keep control of this ball. And Puerto Rico, well, they started where they left off in that first half, in the first 2 minutes of this contest, and end up with 2 goals on the board. As it is probably the most pleasant it's been out here at this time of the day since I've been here commentating. Absolutely glorious here at John Chepo for the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship here on World Lacrosse TV. And again, while we've got a break in play, hit me up on the socials on Instagram at Tony Watts. That's at TonyWatts. Send us a message. I'll try to get to some shout outs for you as the day goes on. Tell us what you're enjoying. Tell us what it is going on. And the boys just getting some good hydration on at the moment. So now Puerto Rico with another opportunity in front of the cage. And it is looking like 13-5 at the moment. There's 6-on-6. Puerto Rico to Rafferty. Rafferty to Bucello. Down there to Testa. Skip ball there. Down the bottom corner. Good crisp movement. Not quite able to take it. Looks inside. Finds Danny Tapia, who gets monstered by a lot of orange shirts. And we've got a hold. And the ball will go the way of the Netherlands. To be run out by Tanner Dreitz. Ball to the keeper there in Von Metz. He had a good first half. 16 saves by me, but that's turned over. Now the ball is coming back for Puerto Rico. And a flag down. That's going to be a slash. That'll be a 1 minute major penalty there. Just not controlling that check. And fires the ball down there. Does Lorenzo Verona. Ball goes out of bounds. And we've got a 1 minute slash. Major penalty here for the Netherlands. And I'm sure that's something the coaching staff would have talked about. Keep out of the box. And we are halfway through the 8 minutes left to go in the third term. The penalties are back on for the Netherlands. Nick Testa already has a bag full of 5 at the moment. Now hit to Rafferty. Rafferty to Tapia. Tapia kicks the ball there through Laureano. Laureano on the bottom corner. Nice feed there to Gabe Roman. And Gabe Roman gets on the board here for Puerto Rico. Gabe Roman, as we see this one on the replay, just managed to sneak in to the crease position. Good inside look here. You can see here, Roman just sitting there on the bottom crease position there. Teammate not looking at him, and who is it? Another point there for Nick Testa. Not only is he putting it on in the goal department, he's bringing others into the play as well now. And Gabe Roman with his first of the contest. Face off. And Chris Testa wins that one. Little flip up. Who now finds Rafferty. Looks to go topside over the other side. Testa! Good save. Ball picked up and down and popped in. Little scrap goal there. Just trying to see who that came up with. And I think that was Verona, Lorenzo Verona. We'll have to see that one on the replay, but I reckon that's his 4th too. Just something out of nothing, and everything is going the way of the Puerto Ricans. Watch here on the replay. Ball hits down, little scoop up and over the shoulder, and just looked up. Great shot there from Lorenzo Verona, and this score is starting to get ugly. And it is all the way of Puerto Rico. Face off to be won, contest to be won. Big contest there from the two Bulls. We've got a 15-5 game here. And now ball turned over. Penalty on the play again as flags fly high into the sky. Far too many penalties. Ball into Mason Prout. Mason Prout. Another save there for the Netherlands keeper. But this has been the story of the day for the Netherlands. As a 15-5 scoreline with 7:22 to go in the third. They have not played a lot of this contest without a man in the box. And it started in that second quarter. At one point in the second quarter, they had a 2-zone. It was 6-on-2 in their offensive end, or defensive end, I should say. And Puerto Rico, well, they were just doing what they would at will. We got a broken stick here, have we? And no. Are we going to call? Oh, stick check coming here. So this is a second stick check. This will, maybe the coaches have seen some strings that look a little long on that side there. So a disallowed goal earlier from Nick Testa for strings on the side of the stick that were over 2 inches. And the coaching staff, well, they've found a long stick here that potentially could have the same issue. So already with a 2-minute penalty in the box. And, well, this could be another penalty. And we're just looking to see what the officials have to say. They're checking the butt end. They'll check to see if the ball comes out. So they actually tip it 2 ways now in the men's stick. They'll tip it out forward, and then they lift it up to tip it out. And the ball comes out neatly there. And now they'll put the ball back in there. If you've never seen a stick check before, and they'll tip it the other way to make sure it comes out of the cross freely, which it does. Now, are those strings too long? If they normally they put the stick on the ground, and that's when you know there's an issue. So a flag on the play, an illegal stick there for strings that are too long. And Puerto Rico say to the Netherlands, back at ya. If you open Pandora's box, often you don't know what you're going to find in the other side. And Netherlands, well, they poked the bear first. And now Puerto Rico, well, they're just giving one back. But this time, it is a penalty. So now they're 2 players down. And that stick, well, that has to be fixed because he cannot return to the field with it. Mind you, just with the long strings on it. That will get fixed fairly easily with a nice pair of scissors. But Puerto Rico, look up the top to Rafferty. Rafferty fires, good save again from the keeper. Great pickup. BTB there from the goal scorer in Lorenzo Verona. Already has 3 for the day. And Verona just trying some party tricks in a power play. Looks on the bottom corner, and you've got to guard that and just testing out the depth of the grass or turf here is Sean Laureano. He gets his 4th of the game, and they use the power play to perfection. And it's going from bad to worse here for the Netherlands as the score is getting worse, and even when they're not creating fouls, they ask for a stick check, and then it comes back to them. So no wings here for, oh no, only 1 down, so 1 penalty released. But they're still in a power play situation here for 1 minute and 20 seconds. And another goal there, and that's the Rafferty. So they have just opened the floodgates. And it is happening with ease here. And the Netherlands, who in the first quarter, they were 2-1 up. And from that point, it has all been Puerto Rico. And they look like they are well on their way to advancing to face the Haudenosaunee tomorrow morning in a quarter-final game. And that game will be played here on this ground, I believe, at 9 a.m. So it's a nice early game. And ball comes out the front from Crispin. Wins that one. Gives it to Nick Testa. Testa, penalty still on the box here. So a minute and 5 seconds. So still another power play opportunity. Danny Tapia comes on. Looks there to Nick Testa. Looks back inside. Couldn't quite handle it. Oh, looks up. Rafferty picks it up again. Rafferty from top centre. Looks over there to Testa. And that says tink, tink, tink. Off the bar. And Nick Testa with another opportunity to get his 6th. Back up the top. Harrison Walpo just going to get a loose ball push there. That ball will be retained. 32 seconds left in the penalty. Puerto Rico, can they get another one before this penalty expires? Nick Testa, well, he'll think so. He'll just look to shape to shoot. And now he fires the ball up just to try and create some space. Back up the top to Rafferty. Rafferty back there to Harrison. He's hit his own teammate. Ball comes up, still first on here. And Danny Tapia runs it up. He'll have a man coming on from the bench behind him, as he does now. He sees the eyes, but Rafferty looks over, finds Testa. Testa gets the ball knocked down, but ball to be won. Just coming through there was the defender. They get together. Now an outlet. Ball just hits the deck. Picked up here, and we're going to have a whistle here, are we? There's a flag on the play. And a cross check coming here. I think that is on... That might be on Harrison. No, can't see who was sitting in there, but someone's got a 1 minute cross-check for a major penalty. And now, well, the Netherlands get to play some offense. 17-5 is the scoreline. And the Netherlands with the ball top centre in a power play situation. So rotating the ball around, top side. Finds Jasper Tessel. Tessel fires the ball down, looks to get it out there. Ball picked up from Ken Chin. Ken Chin fires the ball over there to Callum Witter. Witter down the bottom corner and ripping corners there. Cameron Crew, we were right behind that shot, and that had heat up on the top left-hand corner, and Cameron Crew gets one back for the Netherlands crew. And we are heading to a hydration break here. So Cameron Crew getting his first of the game. And the Netherlands get their sixth. It is 17-6. Look at the heat on that from the right 45 there of Cameron Crew. And it almost had some anger in that shot, but they haven't had those offensive opportunities. And he wasn't going to miss out on one himself. And Crew, can he put the rest of his crew on his shoulders with that shot? And maybe you just never know in this game. 17-6 is the scoreline. As we have 4 minutes and some change to go. Hydration break here. But it is actually really beautiful here at the moment on these fields. This is one of the worst times to actually commentate on, between those 12 and 4 o'clocks normally. And it is quite pleasant out here. We even had rain. I wondered what this stuff was falling from the sky, but it did have a little bit of rain, which just freshened it up beautifully. And now the clouds have come over the sun, and it is absolutely beautiful down on field 1 here on World Lacrosse TV. And the lacrosse, well, it has been magical. And New Zealand on the outer side there, up against Hong Kong, China, as everyone's crashing the crease over there. And New Zealand, well, they look like they are going to have to run back into defense as we come back onto the field here. So Netherlands, can they get back-to-back goals? Ball back in the center, and not if Chris Tester can do anything about it. And he says, I can, thank you, Tony. Look inside, ball comes through, but picked up on the backside there from Sean Laureano. Laureano already with 4 of his own goals today. Mind you, it was a Nick Tester show in the second quarter. He dropped 5 bombs, and 3 of them, 1 of them ripping a hole in the net. So they had to go out and fix it. And then he got at least 1 assist, maybe 2 assists in that quarter as well. So 7 points in a quarter is a huge game from anyone, let alone in 1 quarter. And it blew this game open. And Sean Laureano with the ball now. Kicks it over here to Nick Tester, and he fires one over the top of the cage. And he says, well, Nick, if you can do it, I can do it. But no backup there. A sin in your offense not to have a first on. The ball now will come out. No, it won't. It might come out. As Sasha Van Praag looks over. Oh, ball turned over here. Just under pressure. Huge amount of pressure being fought on here by Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico come up. Ball bounces out the back. The goal scorer in Crew picks the ball up, gives it to the keeper there in Von Metz. And he shows them how to get the ball down. The pressure is relentless here from Puerto Rico. And it's going to turn over again, is it? Ball to be won, and that could be an interference. No, and we have a timeout here. Charged to the Netherlands. So, yeah, plenty of pressure here. They've 17-6 game. They're up by 11 with 2 minutes 56 to go in the third term. And just still playing aggressive defensive ball. And Netherlands want to have a chat about exactly what's going on, because there's too much pressure being applied, and the coach there for the Netherlands just saying, I don't think your boys are really that switched on at the moment. How about we get some pride in this jersey and really start to battle this out. Well, I don't know who's saying that. I haven't got a microphone. I'm just going and saying what I would have said if I was coaching at the moment. But I'm sure that it will go along those lines. And with 2 minutes and some change to go in this third term. Netherlands will get it offensive foray here. And on the outer side with Shendell Oliver, it is New Zealand again leading Hong Kong, China. And stay tuned though, because we have got lacrosse coming to you all day. There's another 2 games here on the beautiful Jeju Island for the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship at 4 o'clock. And then there's 2 more at 7 o'clock. And you'll see myself, you'll see Shendell Oliver, and you'll see the man himself, Mr. Teddy Jenner, all just loosening our vocal cords for another 4 big games of lacrosse here on World Lacrosse TV. And we can't wait to bring them to you. And in those games, or even this one, if you want to get interactive, get in touch with me. We'll just worry about the play here as the ball drops down. Ball comes back up the top. Goal scorer here in Babcock. Now rotates it over to Siemens. Siemens down the bottom corner. Finds Tessel. Tessel back to top centre. Going left is Ryder Babcock. Babcock tries to loosen the arms. Is not allowed. Little flip comes up. Rotating back the other way. Looks inside. Oh, great take there. Inside and feed. Jasper Tessel with the goal. But what a great offensive play there. Callum Witter and Ryder Babcock just running a little sweep down the back. Looked inside and found Jasper Tessel, and he gets his first of the game. And again, as I said, if you want to get interactive here on World Lacrosse TV, hit me up on Insta at Tony Watts 71. That is at TONY WATTS 71. And we've got a 17-7 ball game here the way of Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico win the face-off. Ball as the offensive player steps up to receive that ball there, Nicholas Pucello, from his defender. With 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third term. Nick Tester over to Mason Prout, back to Nick Tester. Prout comes to set a little 2-man game with him. Looks to rotate back. Prout looks to fire and fires that one wide of the left-hand post. And this time, Puerto Rico get the backup. Ball with Danny Tapia. Tapia, little head fake. Just wants his men up the top. Here he is again. Tink, tink, tink off the bar it goes. And ball comes over and back. So an opportunity here with transition. Looks up. Ball runs over. Goalkeeper comes out under pressure. Just losing his stick as he went to check there. Was the keeper there in Jourdain Algerin. And the defender there, Callum Witter, just lost his stick just as he was about to try and check the goalkeeper. And great clear there from Algerin. And another offensive set for Puerto Rico. Rafferty looks back, looks down the bottom corner. Great pickup, gets knocked to the ground there. Ball hits the deck, trying to extract it. Oh, yard sale. Ball's out of the stick. Tester fires over the other side. Great skip pass. Looks to the general there. It's Danny Tapia. And ball picked off. Tries to run through his player, Mason Prout. That's not going to work. As the Seth De Bruin tried to just make his own path through the defender there. And Mason Prout said, "No, this ain't the road you're looking for." And Tapia, bottom corner, back up the top to Verona. Good save there again from the keeper. He's been good today. He's had to be good today. Gus Von Metch. An outlet, and there, coast to coast. Nice long pass. And the Netherlands get another one through Jasper Tessel. So he's having a little purple patch here for the Netherlands. And a quick transition ball. We'll watch this one on the replay. Jasper Tessel gets his second of the quarter. Big outlet and just one-on-one with the keeper. And And that's just a bomb. That's a quarterback. That's a Hail Mary, almost. Down the middle. Jasper Tessel, good enough, though, to take that pass. Found himself one-on-one with the keeper, and great finish there from Tessel. Face-off reset. Tester. And that will end the third term here. And 17-7. No, that'd be wrong. Let me count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8 with that last goal. As the two teams head into a break, and we're going to have a break here too on World Lacrosse TV. My name's Tony Watts. We'll be back with you very shortly.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을. ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation. Welcome to a new era of lacrosse. At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together. Join the journey, and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
And back to fourth quarter action here, and a big shout out to Georgine Crawley Butler. She says shout out to Jourdain Algerin from Nana Pop Pop and Grandmummy. So glad to have you live and on the World Lacrosse TV. We hope you're looking at a great ground ball there from him before too. You would have been proud to see him come out the cage and take on the defenders. So glad to have you on World Lacrosse TV as the ball now comes back into the offense here for Puerto Rico. As Tester is just asking Mason Prout to come here now. Oh, this is where he's been shooting bombs. That one has bounced just past the cage, but he's found his shooting spot. He has. So ball down in the back corner. Now, Sean Laureano over there to Rafferty. Rafferty, cutter coming through is Tapia. Ball to Verona. Verona has Bucello. Bucello to Tester. Tester looks down the bottom corner. Oh, nice cut through. Just couldn't quite take it. And that's going to be a crease call there as Nicholas Bucello just decided to take the shortcut through the crease. And the Netherlands, they will clear it. And they'll give it up to their goal scorer in Cameron Crew. And just turned it over though. As ball comes back, this could come back with interest. They don't have numbers, he needs to look behind him. Looks back over here to Nick Tester. Nick Tester on the bottom corner. Oh, could have almost snuck in there, Rafferty. But now back up the top. And Harrison Walpo just letting one go from 14 metres. And puts that one in the back of the cage, and we might have another hole in the net. Tell you what, these Puerto Ricans, I don't know what they've been eating for breakfast, but I'm going to go up and eat with them because the amount of strength in these shots is putting holes in the net. It's looking like Swiss cheese out there at the moment, this net down this side with us. That time, Harrison Walpo with some heat. and keeping the very, very good staff here in Korean lacrosse. They have been amazing, all the volunteers. They cannot ever do enough for you. And straight away, they're out there doing everything they need to do. They are very friendly here. And if you haven't ever been to Jeju or Korea, do yourself a favor, get down here. The food is sensational. We went out for a Korean barbecue last night. I'll tell you what, I was a chef for 20 years and I could just about do that every night. It was amazing, the food that we had last night in the Korean barbecue. And the hospitality was so good. So get to Korea, get to Jeju, and you will not be disappointed as the ball flies through there to Rafferty. So Rafferty, he'll start the offense for Puerto Rico. As the net gets fixed, they might have to put a whole new net in there after this game if they keep shooting like this in this last quarter. Look over, this is the man that has been, nice through ball, tries to hit on the other side there, just too much height, that one for Sean Laureano. But now the Netherlands have to clear this ball. And taking it out from the clouds there was Gus Von Metsch. Von Metsch over the other side there to Sasha Van Praag. Van Praag up to Sam Van Eckeren. Van Eckeren just rolls the ball through and gets over, but ball is lost again. And just too many turnovers. It's good to see that they've stayed out of the penalty box, but just too many turnovers here. And they haven't really been able to get it up. Oh no, not this man from up top. And there's another one from Nick Tester. Just doing as he will. Nick Tester, another one on the board. And that's 6 big goals for Nick Tester today. Tell you what, when I saw him sneak into the top and he got the ball and no defense was coming to him and he could just keep getting in, that just spelt a capital T on the word of trouble. Tester from the top just gave the goalie no chance whatsoever. And we've got a 19-8 ball game here with 12 minutes and 16 to go in the 4th term. Not done yet though. Crispin wins the ball out. Now gives it to Rafferty. Rafferty, oh, he's got Tester the other side from a through ball here if he needs him. Just too much space, Netherlands. Tell you what, Nick Tester, if he gets this here, he could potentially just step in again. So ball coming on, the cutter will come through, and there he is again. Just too easy. Tell you what, that is like a hot knife through butter at the moment. That is just absolutely carving up the defense. And Harrison Walpo gets his 3rd. And Puerto Rico, well, 20-8 is the score as the sun bathes here again on the fields. But the sun has been shining on Puerto Rico all day today. And back to the center they go. So 20 goals on the board in a playing game. Now again, oh, looks inside this time. Great pick up and just couldn't quite get his balance there. Nicholas Pusello. Good look inside though from Nick Tester. And again, just looks up, back up the top to the other Tester. And the cameraman, I tell you what, he'd want to watch what he's doing down there. Otherwise that might be a really wide lens. Tester again, looks to rotate, looks to get in. And a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Back up the top, now to Tester. He looks over, great through ball. Just couldn't quite handle it there, Rafferty. Some of these cross-crease passes to bring others into the play as they now put 2 in the crease. Back up the top, just to suck the defense right down and give space up the top. As a shot came in there again from Nicholas Pusello. Oh, on this side, oh, there he is again, BCB! He can do as he will Nick Testa with 7 for the day, and party tricks are starting to happen. And I'm going to his birthday because I want a party bag that he's handing out at the moment. There are some juicy lollies in there, and that's another one for Nick Testa. 7 goals, probably has 3 assists, probably 10 points on the day, 21 on the replay. So ball here was, as we see, 21-8. 14 points we're hearing. I mean, he's just, I think he's got a yo-yo out there, I don't think. It's on a string. He's got a ball on a string. Testa, good defense here, though, from the Netherlands. They turn the ball over, looking for an offensive set. Running down, looking to free the hands, does free the hands. Good save as he kicks it wide there. The goalkeeper, Jourdain Algerin. We know his grandparents are watching. From the shot there of Callum Witter. Ball comes high again. Riker Babcock. Looking to take on Crispin. Now he gets passed off. And comes back around left-hand side, hangs the stick out, still has it. That's going to be a hold or something. Because, well, it's more like a hug than a hold. But some love being shown out there. Hold, 30 seconds. So that is going on Puerto Rico. And looks like that one there is going on Dominic Pucello. As we have a hydration break here, I believe. And we are at 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go, quarter 4. And it has been all Puerto Rico out on this outer side. And it has been the Nick Testa show. 14 points in a game. That is huge in any game, let alone a play-in round at a World Championship. And better than that, he's just starting to light up his highlight reel as well. As the hydration break happens, we've got a 21-8 ball game, but Puerto Rico will sit with a 30-second penalty here. And they'd be very happy with what their offense has shown today so far. But they've just stifled the Netherlands. Every time they get it up over the halfway line, I don't know how many turnovers that the Netherlands have had in that sort of halfway line to forward restraining line. All I can say is far too many, and they just haven't had the offensive opportunities. So, but here is one for the Netherlands. And it's going to start in the stick of Riker Babcock. So Riker Babcock has the ball to Witter. No, decides just to use his legs. Now full rotation happened, looks inside. Tries to find Jasper Tessel. He's already got a couple for the day. Fires one over through pass. Good save there from the shot of Cameron Crew. And now Puerto Rico run the outer side. And a timeout here called to Puerto Rico. Good timeout from the coaching staff in the 4th term. Keep possession. And they will come out after this timeout as their player was getting pushed to the boundary with an offense of their own. And Coach Sean Mowry, well, he's just asking the boys to just get around these efforts. They are just playing such good team lacrosse, Puerto Rico. It is really, really good to watch. And if they continue to do this, they're going to meet the Haudenosaunee tomorrow. That's a certainty now, because the Netherlands, unless the ground opens up and swallows the Puerto Ricans, there is no way in the world they're coming back into this contest, the Netherlands. They will certainly have some pride to play for, but there is certainly no way they're getting back in this contest. So the game tomorrow will be Puerto Rico versus the Haudenosaunee. And that will be a big game of lacrosse. I'm sure the coaches will be watching some footage here from World Lacrosse TV as that contest will occur. Ball now back down the back. Nice little check out of the stick there. And ball turned over. Ball to the keeper. And the keeper, Gus Von Metsch, who's been very good today, gets chased out. Little bomb up to his defender there in Sasha Van Praag. Van Praag looks over, finds Victor Jochen. Jochen straight away under pressure. And this is where they've turned the ball over numerous times. But this time looks inside, gets one-on-one and just fires out of the cage. And the ball, no, crease infringement there. Tanner Kreitz ran straight through the crease. So the backup was there. But the Netherlands run through the crease. And Mason Prout will bring the ball out for Puerto Rico. Checked in here, Sean Laureano with the ball. We've got a 21-8 scoreline. And looking to put more on here, Puerto Rico. Oh, just gets a great save again. Good foot save. That one's gone almost out of bounds on the full if you were playing Aussie rules footy. Comes off the boot, over the white line. But we're not playing Aussie rules footy. But good save again from the keeper here for the Netherlands. Prout looks to get inside, does get inside. Another good save there from the keeper. And that is a crease infringement on Mason Prout. And another two big saves. And he's well above the 20 mark here. The Netherlands keeper, he's done a huge job for his country. But can they get something happening down the offensive end with the limited time that is left in this contest? Mark van der Schoot looks to, fires, good save there from Algerin, just doing the splits, and now an opportunity. Oh, that's going to be a penalty as flags fly, just hit him fair square in the back. And we talked about penalties, but they'll assess to see whether this is a push or anything a bit more sinister. So we've got a 30-second push. And the Netherlands back in the box. Well, that's the one thing they have owned today. They've owned the penalty box. So 30 seconds, 21-8 is the score. And Puerto Rico with another power play opportunity. Ball, Nick Testa. Over to the 17 there in Roman. Looks back down the back, rotation happens. Roman comes into the crease position. Testa up top, fires another one! If he didn't have a hole in it, it does now. And I hope the bag is big enough to fill it up with all the highlights he will have on the reels tonight. As Nick Testa gets his 8th for the game, and that's his 15th point for this game. So 15 points in a World Championship game. I mean, he must be heading towards record books. And Nick Testa just finding holes wherever he wants them. Puerto Rico, 22-8. 6:42 left. And now Chris Testa picks up the ball. And Puerto Rico go again. Down to Rafferty. Rafferty, oh, look at him. He's just hanging out on this right-hand side here, Nick Testa. He just wants the ball in his stick. He wants that through ball. And why wouldn't you? We're playing NBA Jam. He's already heated up. Testa again. Ball comes up the top. Chris Testa. To Rafferty. Down the back to Basello. Basello to Tapia. Tapia. Chris Testa, little nod of the head. Gives it back, looks inside, gets crunched in the middle. Ball hits the deck, comes out. Good pressure there. Oh, he's sandwiched between. That's a tester sandwich. But able to get out of it. And ball comes down the other way and fires that one wide of the right-hand pipe. And that goes out of bounds, backed up. But fortuitously, Phelps there with the backup. Looks up, another big save there from Algerin. The ball hits the deck. Who wants it most? Well, Puerto Rico want it most. And now it's coming back the other way. Marcus Acevedo with the ball. Tester, through ball, another opportunity, decides to go inside. Good save again, but that's going to be a penalty. That is just, at this point of the game, that is not what you want to see, the discipline from your defenders. And you're going to see Seth de Bruin here. He will head to the bench and he will sit down for a penalty. I mean, they had the ball. Just a little bit of frustration there. And now, a 1 minute penalty you'll get to sit and think about. So Puerto Rico. And they need another one here, Puerto Rico. They've only got 4 on the field, so if they can go quickly here as the other player comes on, only 4 in the defense. Ball comes out the back. Coaching staff need to get on that. Now we're 6 on 5 for another 50 seconds. Ball up the top. Rotating down the back. Kicks here to Harrison. Harrison looks up. Looks inside. Oh, a little between the legs. Oh, thought it was party time here, Lorenzo Verona. As we have a hydration break here, and I reckon I'm going to need one with all the excitement that's going on out there. As Puerto Rico are just writing their own script here. 22-8, 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in this 4th term. And just starting to really enjoy this contest. And Puerto Rico, well, when they're in offense, they are just so dominant down there at the moment. And if it wasn't for the goalkeeping from the Netherlands, Gus von Metsch, who I've got him down for like 24 saves. If it wasn't for him, this could be an absolute, like my tyres did the other day when I was driving a blowout. Mind you, 22-8. We're probably looking at that anyway. And on the socials, Rio Walpo says, thank you for giving our guy out, Harrison Walpo, number 9, some love. Watching from Bozeman, Montana. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. I don't think you're going to get to sleep in Montana if it's 3 a.m. in the morning after this. And the boys, well, you're going to have to be, oh no, tomorrow, 9 a.m. game local time here. So whatever that works out to. As we are 6 p.m. local time here at the moment. And another opportunity, so big shout out to you, Rio. And still, I mean, at some point, I would have locked him off. And he probably still would have freed the hands. But down the bottom here, as the rotation comes up to Laureano. Laureano back up to the top. Oh, a little pop out the stick. It's gone back to Nick Tester. As I said, I think he's playing with a yo-yo. It's got a string on it, that ball. And now inside to Tapia, good knockdown. But you can just see the airs come out of the tyre here. And that could be a lucky not to get a hold call there. And the Netherlands hasn't given up here, Riker Babcock. And Riker Babcock has been good, as has this man, Cameron Crew. Battled really hard. Jasper Tessel with a couple. Good save again there from the keeper. And grandparents will be very happy. Jourdain Algerin, another big save. Jasper Tessel Back up to Cameron Crew. So Riker Babcock, little flip up. Just can't quite take it at the pace he was going down the bottom corner there. And looks to go again. As comes around, looks to shoot, ball comes out the stick. Picked up there from Cameron Crew. Crew over to Mark Vandershoot. Looks inside, and there's a well-earned goal there from Callum Witter. As the support there for the Netherlands is still in the house. And Witter gets his second goal of the contest. As you can see here, the pass on the left hand, little cut through, and a great finish there from Witter. And it is 22-9 the score with 2:44 left in this fourth quarter. It will be Puerto Rico who head off to play the Haudenosaunee in the morning in a legal procedure. And that game there now, with this offense that's been shown here, could be an absolute humdinger. I know I'll be up for it. Hopefully, I'll be on the commentary with that one. That will be a cracking game. Now inside, and again, Harrison Walpo. Well, there you go. Getting shout-outs, getting goals. Ria's sitting up at 3 a.m. for you to watch that. Harrison Walpo gets 4 for the day, and he has been very good also. And, ball. Well, for about the 37th time, heads back to the face-off position. It has been a lot of goals. I mean, it did rain here, and the first time we've seen rain, but then I think it must have brought the goals as well, because it's been raining goals ever since. And Chris Tester just looking to pick it up, but picked up there by the long pole there in Sanguinetti. Sanguinetti tries to find his teammate, does now, Nicholas Pusello. Pusello down the back. Laureano been very good today also. The man with the ball in his stick. I reckon they should give him the game ball today. Not too many times you end up with 15 or 16 points in a contest. And there might be another one. Another assist for Nick Testa. But the bullet shot by Verona, Lorenzo Verona, and he gets his 5th of the day. Has anyone got 20 points in a contest before? I'd love to know that, because I tell you what, Nick Testa, he's writing his own checks. That must be about 16 points for Nick Testa. I don't remember too many games I played in that, hang on, we've got another stick check. Well, here we go. Pandora's box again. We'll open it up and we'll do a stick check. I think we're well past that at this point in time, but each to their own. And they're going to check the stick there, and if it is illegal, well, that goal will be wiped off. If it's not illegal, well, we'll have 1 minute and 47 seconds left to go. So we'll see what the officials have to say. Mind you, great practice for them. Don't see too many stick checks in international competition. And ball will pop in. So now, again, the mechanics of this is they will look at the depth of the pocket. They will tip it up. It has to come out cleanly, which it does. They will then put the ball back in the pocket. They tip it up towards the base of the cross, or the top of the cross. And they will tip it forward. It comes out. And we are about to find out here. And all clear. So, again, when you're 24-9 down with 1 minute 40 to go in a game, I don't know that I'd be worrying about a stick check. But anyway, that's what's happened. The stick is legal. And we're back to the center. Ball to be won by Crispin. Crispin over to Rafferty. And Rafferty. 1 minute 35 left in the contest. Rafferty. Ball up top. Finds Roman. Roman. Substitute comes on. And that is Chris Tester. Chris Tester to Nick Tester. Nick Tester. 16 points in the game already today. Unbelievable. Kicks it there to his bro. Ball comes down. Now picked up. It just, everywhere he walks, little BCB in the middle. There's another point for Nick Tester. And he gives it up there to Harrison Walpo. And Harrison Walpo says, thank you very much. 17 points in a game. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris Tester. Nick Tester, sorry. And Harrison Walpo, well, he ends up with a bag of his own. 5 off. It is a blowout. Just a little BTB pass into the middle. And he says, Coach, was that all right? And Coach says, yep, that looked all right. Thanks, Nick. Ball back in the centre. Limited time in this contest. It's 25-9. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in the fourth. And as I said, Nick Tester has 17 points. 7 goals, 10 assists in a game. Unbelievable. I mean, he has single-handedly, in assists, beaten the Netherlands. And he has the ball in his stick again. So we have 36 seconds left on the play. Harrison Walpo. Up there to Gabriel Carrero. Carrero finds Rafferty. There's a through ball here. Give it to him. Just give it to him. Yep, that'll do. Put another one in. No, decides not to. Decides to do a little cha-cha-cha backwards. And ball is about to 12 seconds left on the clock as the other Tester from the other side. Chris Tester gets another one. That's his first of the day, Chris Tester. And it is good night from the Netherlands. 26 goals to 9. 9.2 seconds left. Oh, do we have one more? Do we have a face-off win for a fastie to finish off the game? Keep this commentator excited. Just to come straight out of the middle, straight down, 9 seconds, and a ball in the back of the net. Here we go. We're about to find out. Ball back, Crispin with the ball. Ball comes out, Crispin wins it. Goes backwards. Looks to roll it here to his defense. I don't think that's going to happen. Throws it up. And congratulations to Puerto Rico. They move on and they go to the semi-finals. They will play the Haudenosaunee tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I cannot wait for that contest because that is going to be amazing. But it was all Puerto Rico today. And I'm going to say, tip the hat, Mr. Nick Tester. 17 points in a game. 7 goals, 10 assists. But how about that? Harrison Walpo ends up with 5. Lorenzo Verona ends up with 5. Sean Loreno ends up with 4. And it was just great team lacrosse. And that's the sort of lacrosse that gets you further in these tournaments. Because team lacrosse will win every day of the week. And commiserations to the Netherlands. They will go on to the ranking games and continue to find their ranking. But Puerto Rico finished 5th in the pool games. And now they are moving on to a semi-final. And we cannot wait to see that game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. here on World Lacrosse TV. As the sun starts to come down here. We've got another game coming up here. And I will be calling that one here. And on the outer field, you'll have the man himself, Mr. Teddy Jenner. as Shendell Oliver wraps up, and New Zealand win their first game of a World Championship also. And I'm going to sign off here from World Lacrosse TV. My name has been Tony Watts, and until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you soon.
Back-to-back interviews, bro. This kid go famous. Oh, Hollywood on him. Come on, bro. What's up, Hollywood on him? Yeah, you guys should say how you're doing. We gotta get the bus started. We gotta get back for a ride. Guys, we gotta get off the field. Can't be on the field. No, one. One. Come see you when you're done.
Nice job, nice job. You all right? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Mason, nice job, nice job. Good job, good job.
Good job, Mason.
Hey, Chris. Yeah.
Thank you. Chris, awesome today. The weather was good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was perfect.
Man. I loved it.
We got a big game loss, so we can't
9
do anything
a.m.
about it.
too, you know?
That's not really game.
Hey, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. game.
Big turnaround.
Nice job, Jordan.
Jordan, we got this to do it. Thank you. No, you're good.
Yeah.
That was like, whoa, what's going on?
We just got off to a bad start.
Yeah, how did it feel for you guys? Yeah, right? Nice job, Nick.
Nick, man.
My man Sam always
Good job, man. Good game, man.
Thank you. Good game.
Hey, nice job, nice job. Oh, you're all right. That's okay, that's okay.
Right here. Looks like it was coming up. There we go. Love it. Love it. And fine, man. No, well, hopefully tomorrow. Good place. It's a good place. Well, one day you'll have to come down and play some ball down there.
got quite, you know what, when you're done doing, come down and play some club ball. Come down to where I live. Yeah. Because you know what? Yeah, absolutely. Come down, play a season down here. Spent 6 months in Australia. Rip it up. Yeah, we'll do.
Thank you,
Good job
Tony.
today.
Can't tell if expecting that to happen.
Let's go, Timo!